Hello, everyone. Trust we're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be speaking about a new product that was released recently called Antigravity. It was released by Google. This is a free for all product, a phenomenal product, which I feel all students, young professionals, technologists, non-technologists, in fact, everyone should try to understand and learn. So I'll give you a hands-on demo also, but first let's understand what is the product, what is anti-gravity, what does it do, and what problem is it solving. So anti-gravity is a software, AI-enabled software that helps anyone, everyone to write software code. Okay, this is important. It uses AI agents to write software and then to also take all the steps needed to deploy the software and run the software. So it would create a list of multiple tasks, and then different AI agents would run those different tasks, and you would be able to create a software just by giving instructions to the AI as to what you really want. So if as an individual you don't know coding, you don't know technology, but you have ideas for which you want to create some kind of software, this is your opportunity to kind of make the most of it, right? This is how AI is going to make life easier for us. And one amazing example of how AI would increase productivity and democratize the access to technology. Now, it is a agentic, as I said, integrated development environment. It manages autonomous AI agents for doing the complex engineering tasks needed to run a software. And again, it helps you to kind of think about solving a problem, and the technology piece is taken care of. Okay, it's a cool product. As I said, who should be using it? Everyone. Everybody. You're a student, you're a young professional, you are an experienced professional, you know technology, you don't know technology, you don't even work, doesn't matter. This product can solve some problems for you, and I would strongly recommend that you take a look at this product. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to give a very quick overview of how the product works and how to use the product. Okay, so stay with me and let's go. The first thing that you need to do is you need to go to antigravity.google, the website. You can search for it and go there. And then you need to download and install this software. That's simple. You should be able to do it. Now let's go to the next step. Now the product is installed, and let's go ahead and start using the product. It will take you some time to figure out how to work the product, but that is essential. Essential to first spend some time in understanding where the different pieces lie, etc. Then what we're going to do is we're going to open a new workspace. Workspace is a place that wherein you would want to work, okay? Or keep all the code related to that particular application that you're building. So let's build a weather app, okay? And what we're going to do is, so you will now run a new conversation in the weather app. This is the app that we just created, or the folder that we just created. And I'm going to ask the AI to create an app which will get the current weather details of a user provided city. This is very simple input, right? Solving a problem for me where I want to understand the current weather of a particular city. And let's see, hit go. Okay. Now, the cool part is if you look at the top here, you can follow along with the agent and you can review the changes. That is really nice. You can actually see what the different agents are doing. And you can also choose what kind of or what level of autonomous actions should the agent take, and you can choose in the beginning. And you can also change the settings as to what amount of autonomous capability should the agents have. If you see here, it is now creating a list of tasks, right? That it needs to do in order to create the software. And then, as I said, you can review changes here, files change, source control. If you click at the button here, it will show you. And this is follow along. You follow along with the agent, what the agent is doing, and so on and so forth. Again, This is the implementation plan. You can have the tasks. These are the tasks that the software has decided it needs to do in order to create the uh, product, right? The application. What you see here is it has been able to strategically define the various steps that need to be done in order to create a software like that. And now it would create different agents, AI agents, in order to do all the steps. Mhm. That's why I said, as a user, you now are thinking more about solving a problem. I have a business problem that I need to solve. And this software is taking care of implementing a solution, a technology solution, for you to implement or be able to solve that problem or piece of the problem, the technological piece of that problem. Okay, this is cool. This is super cool. Is it easy? Maybe not, right? You can get into errors, you can get into issues, but if you spend enough time with the software, even without a lot of technological background, you should be able to create basic, simple running software. Okay, so let's see what happens. It is running a command, and it's right now waiting for completion of that command. Okay, so while this is running, let me actually go and I can check out Gemini and maybe ask a few questions and see if I can uh, create a new image with Nano Banana. It's phenomenal, phenomenally good images that one can create with Nano Banana, or videos that one can create with VO3. Lots of great things that you can do with AI. Okay, it's asking me send command input accept. So this is where there is the user acceptance field. So it would wait for you to give an input. And I think there is an option in the software where it you can make it to run completely autonomously also. Okay, so let's see. So now what it says is that it was thinking. You can follow along here, right? Follow along with the agent. So it is waiting for the command completion. It can take some time. You would see that it was now able to autonomously take all these steps one by one. So let's now just sit back, or go and do some other things while this or these different agents are working for you in the background on your machine. That's cool. That is really cool. And I think this is one of the use cases of how AI is going to make life very easy for us, increase productivity, right? And enable us to solve more problems, enable us to focus or think about the problems that need to be worked upon, rather than trying to focus on the solutions that you're creating for solving those problems, right? So So let's see. It's going ahead. It's now here. As you can see, these are the changes that it's making. You can, as I said, click and review changes, which is now these different color coded. Again, as someone who does not understand technology, this is not required. You can let it do what it's doing. Okay, let it go along. Now as I said, let's kind of just take a back seat. I'll go and do something else, and I'll wait for it to complete. Okay, and I'll kind of forward the whole video meanwhile. As you can see here, it has created code, and it has actually deployed the code on this particular port, localhost. What it's doing now, it will open a browser on my laptop, and it would check if the software that it has created really works well in a browser or not, right? So out here now, it gives you an overview of what it has created. So, weather app using this software, so and so has been created, and it has also verified the application by running these tests. So, one of the AI agents, there were so many. The job of one of them was to run a test to ensure that this application that was created and deployed is actually working properly. So, it opened a browser on its own, ran the browser, checked, as you can see here, that if I put in the name of a city, then we are getting the information of the weather of that city, right? Are we getting correctly? and then it recorded that entire process, that entire testing process, right? So that's now you can imagine how powerful AI is getting, right? How fast. Okay. So what we are going to do is this is the link of the app that it has created and deployed on the machines. Localhost is this machine. Let's check if it works. Okay. So now I have opened the application which runs on localhost 3000. That's the port. Uh, this was completely created by AI. It was deployed by AI. It also ran a test by opening a browser on its own, different agents, and checking if this works. Now let us see if it works. So I'm based in Munich, in Germany, and today, we had yesterday we had snow, so the weather should be somewhere around -1, -2 right now. Okay, let me check. Munich, bingo. It actually works, which means it is gathering this information from a live API, from available live API, and showing us the final data. Let's check for some other locations. New York, 8 degrees. You know the date. London, 9 degrees. Uh, New Delhi, 18 degrees. So a running application, a fully functional application, and all I had to do was write one line, right? This is the power of AI. This is how AI is going to democratize the use of technology like never before. Okay. So if I were you, a young student, a professional, an experienced professional, any industry whatsoever, I would absolutely, absolutely try to kind of stay updated with the new technologies that are being released, almost every day now, right? I would figure out which one of those are very relevant for me, and I would start using them on a daily basis, and I would become extremely good in them. And I would use them every day to make my life easier, to create new business opportunities, to drive value, right? And and sky is the limit now, right? Everything is possible. You just need to have a dream that is audacious enough, right? I wish you all the best. I hope you liked it. And if you did, please, subscribe to the channel. And, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. And when I get some time, I'll definitely look at it. You guys have a great day ahead. Thank you and bye bye.